Alright, here we go. K1 GP Challenge Adult Grand Prix Race 6 on June 7th. This week I actually had a whole bunch of cameras, one at turns 1 and 2, another at the bottom of the hill at the hairpin, and a third at the left-right chicane. I also have 5 onboard cameras. I have Tyler Ford's facing forward, I have 2 from Alan Persons, one facing forward, one facing back, another backward camera from Russell Provins, and my forward camera. Let's get on with the race.
Now pay attention to the drop of the green flag. At the top of green, the race will begin. 3, 2, 1, go!
So I had a pretty decent start, was able to hold my place. This is Russell's reverse camera looking back at Tyler. Russell started in P1 and Tyler in P2. I do know that Tyler was right on Russell's tail for the first few laps. I was struggling to get my tyres up to temperature in the first couple of laps, so I was a little slower than I would like to have been. Tyler tried to make a move on Russell there on the outside of the hairpin, but didn't quite work. You can see the gap opening up in front of you here. This is where David behind me was able to slip up on the inside. He had a little more grip and a little more speed and was able to get ahead of me, which bummed me out a little bit, put me from P7 down to P8. That's Tyler making a run on Russell. Russell messed it up going into the corner there, so Tyler was able to get a run on him up the hill and took the lead. This is Alan's on board. Alan was in P3 with Ari behind him trying to push. Alan said that Ari was on his tail the whole time. You can see her bumping there. Ari went for the inside but thought better of it. And you can see here my tyres are starting to come up to temperature and I'm gaining on David again. Meanwhile, Russell and Tyler 1 and 2 are out front and getting away. David had a little moment in the back of Aaron there going into the left at the top of the hill. I was right on him through this whole section and gave him a little bump there, which I guess he didn't appreciate, but was able to make my way past. I blocked him going into the right-hander and was able to get in front. From here, I just wanted to push and try and catch up to Aaron, who was in P6 ahead of me. Definitely a queue forming behind Alan at this stage. I can see Ari and Connor and Aaron having a little battle there for 4th place, trying to get up to 3rd. But it looks like they maintained their positions from the beginning of the lap. was having trouble with grip going into turn 2 there, the tight left to head up the hill. I found the car was chattering a lot on the turn, struggling to find the grip. This is Alan's rear camera again, watching Ari chase him down, heading into turn 1. Little bump there, which kind of sets everyone back. When a cart bumps the one in front, it does tend to slow everyone down a little bit behind, which I think benefited me in catching this group. But Alan looks like he was very much on the defense a lot of this section of the race, if not the whole race. I was able to catch up to Aaron here, who was in cut 65 ahead of me in P5? Yeah, no, P6, sorry. They were really bunching up through this section, but I did find that I lost a little speed on the straight to them. I do feel like my card at this race didn't have great top speed, or was lacking in power. David was bumping me from behind you and gave me a big shove there, which pushed me way offline into the right-hand side of the track, which enabled him to get by me. David then had a little bit of a slide out of the chicane there, which allowed me a little bit of room to catch up, but not enough. At this point, Russell and Tyler had disappeared out in the lead, as they normally do. They're both very, very quick. There we go. So David was able to get in front of Aaron there. Aaron slowed down through there. I was able to bump him a little bit and hold the line through the chicane there, which I felt a little bad about, because, you know, it did force Aaron to slam on the brakes or go headlong into the curb. But it is kind of the rules of racing. It's the luck of the draw going into that section. That's the section that I got spun out in a couple of races ago. Here's Tyler's on board, final lap. He's very, very smooth. He's very quick. Really great guy too. I really enjoy hanging out with him. We sometimes meet up and do some laps when we can, but... So Tyler won, Russell's coming around the corner shortly to second, and then in any moment you'll see Alan come around the corner, who took third, and we all kind of followed Alan around, I guess. And that was the race. Alright, Alan, how's the race?
It was a tough one. I was defending the entire time.
Alright, Russell?
Interesting race. Very understeery car. Made a mistake. Tyler saw the opportunity and took it.
Yeah.
Tyler, anything to add?
Pretty much the same thing he just said. He was giving me a run for my money that entire time. Terrifying and very tired, but we're out here.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Of course.